Today is a very exciting day for me. I haven't played video games in literally years, and the reason why is because I've been playing games since I was very young. Love them. But I can get a little bit carried away, like crackhead behavior. Won't eat, won't sleep. Love games. That being said, I remember watching YouTubers, some of my favorite YouTubers, talk through their PC and their setup, and I would always get so excited when they would come out with a new video about building a new PC. And today, I get to do that with you. We are building my very own and first PC. Let's do this. My friend and roommate over there, Mason, was generous enough to donate all of the expensive parts for the build. So basically all I had to buy was the case, a couple RAM sticks. I did have to get storage, but then just accessories, mouse pad, monitor, mouse, keyboard. In fact, I'm just using the monitor that I use for work right now. Eventually I'm gonna get a dual monitor set up and then mount it on the desk just like that. And then this is Vanessa's setup, which is really pretty. Eventually we'll have something prettier like that, but for right now, it just needs to work. But here's what we're working with. I have been on a trip in Florida for the past week. So basically I just kept getting notifications that all the stuff was in, but I am so excited to finally go through and open all this. Let's do it. And pardon the mess, but this is the current desk setup that I have here. I actually just recently got this desk, so I haven't gotten everything organized the way I'd like for it to be. But I have the monitor that normally I just pair to my computer. It's like my work computer. And then I'm planning on putting the computer, the PC, on the desk this way, just because it has a door that opens, or going under potentially. But I think I would rather have it up here. We'll see. It depends on how much space we're gonna have. All right, I'm gonna start by just opening everything up and making sure everything looks good and that we have everything. Once I start putting it all together, then we'll see what else we need and make our trips accordingly. All right, I was just talking to somebody and he said it's probably not recommended to build it on computer because of the static. So we are going to be moving into the room. I guess it makes more sense that it's in here anyway, since this is where the computer is going to be living. Now the exciting part. I think I have everything together. I'm just going to go through and open the boxes, make sure everything's all good, finally. Then we'll see what else we need. But I just went and grabbed the cable ties, the thermal paste, and then just a couple other accessories, and of course our tools, a handy dandy screwdriver. This is the case we are going to be working with. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the full parts list all at the end of the video. But this is the AL800 from, who makes this? Vetroo. Yes, Vetroo. Thanks, Vetroo. I have never done this before, and I haven't even really looked into how to do it because Mason was going to do it with me, but they're gone. So we're going to figure this out. Luckily, we have instructions. This is my first time seeing the case, so I'm just taking everything apart and seeing where things are going to fit in. For this section, I'm taking a look at my power supply unit and then fitting it in. All right, power supply is in. Now we are going to be putting together the motherboard. Hey Siri, FaceTime Mason. Yo, these are the same thing, right? I just pick one or the other. Boom. 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 This is where I start to get a little bit nervous, but as you can tell, this is a used motherboard, so I'm going through and cleaning everything off thoroughly before I start putting pieces together. As you notice, I was cleaning the motherboard. This has actually been used before. This is one of those parts that was given to me. So super nice, but chip is already in there. It's an Intel i7. I threw the RAM sticks in there. I'm working on the CPU. Wait. The cooler? This thing. And I'm trying to figure out how to mount it properly. That's just where I'm at right now. Thank God for YouTube and the people who give such great information. Not me.
Are you really installing your PC fans properly?
At this point, I am installing the fan on the motherboard, and I am super nervous because I don't want to over torque something and break something. All right, motherboard is complete, I think. So I actually have 4 RAM sticks in there because why not? I have my SSD out and ready to go. So I'm going to prep the case, as the guy on YouTube said, and start mounting things up according to the instructions. Yeah, let's go. Motherboard is in. Only thing we have left now, well, only thing we have left is a lot of things, but we're gonna do the SSD next. I just have one 2 terabyte SSD we're gonna throw in there, and then we'll get into the graphics card after. I'm trying my absolute darndest to do cable management while I'm putting everything in, but now I'm also putting in the graphics card. All right, I've got everything installed, I think, and I hope. Now it's just time to plug everything in, which is actually the part I'm looking forward to the least. So let's do this, baby. Cable management. We have run into a little bit of a snag. So since the motherboard was used already, it usually comes with the SATA cable that goes from this bad boy to this bad boy. So we're gonna have to go find one. Had a quick break, had to have a bite to eat, but Anya is going to come over. We're going to go to Micro Center. We're gonna grab that SATA cable that we need, and then we'll probably be going back a couple more times for stuff that we need later on. We'll see, we'll see. There we are, Micro Center. I fully anticipate having to go here a few times, but that's okay, we're close. Should this be the new monitor? Is it big enough?
No, it's too small.
Okay, so we have not 1, but 2 SATA cables, so we should be all good there. I'm just plugging everything in now, and then I'm going to put power to it, hook it up to the monitor, make sure everything starts up okay. That's what I'm most nervous about. Okay, the final pin is in. I think we're ready to power it on. I'm nervous. It's gonna explode. Okay, monitor is plugged in, HDMI to the graphics card. Power supply is plugged in. I'm afraid. Okay, I think everything is plugged in. Let's try it. Hello? Oh, it would help if I turn that on, huh? Okay. Hello? Oh, it's turning on. What am I supposed to do now? It's saying numbers. Fans are blowing. Nothing on the monitor though. We did some troubleshooting. I took out these RAM sticks because Mason said something. Motherboard may have pressed too hard at one point. So I just went ahead and took those out. Luckily, we have a fresh set in there, so we're good to go. I restarted it, and now we have this. I have no idea what that means. All right, now when we get this boot key, we're gonna be ready to go. Boot key installed. This is the keyboard. We're gonna clean up afterward. Yeah. TeckNet, wired mouse, wired everything.
Why? Why is it doing that?
Chaos ensues.
Boot priority.
Okay, baby.
So we gotta do boot priority that.
We're close.
And then
We have windows, people. We have windows. Oh, thanks, Mason.
you're welcome.
Everything's working. Now we're just booting it up. So far, so good. Everything's running. We're just installing softwares and stuff. But now we have a new guest. Hello, Gabe.
Hello.
Gabe knows a lot about computers, so that's cool. Okay, current issue. Software is not fully updating on Windows, but
Stuck at 99.
stuck at 99.
You should just try hitting your computer. That always seems to work. It always works with mine. The audio.
Troubleshooting the LED now. Final attempt. We are updating the software, and it's going really, really slowly. But if it works, that'll be it. We'll be done. But if it doesn't work, we're going to have to reinstall Windows. Ugh. Gang, we did it. It's done. Yay. Keyboard, mouse. Oh, and I forgot to show you this earlier, but look at how cool this is. Isn't that so sweet? Oh yeah, we got Zach here, by the way. It's dope. The plan is, after I get this set up, I'm going to be playing games. Really, it's just for fun. I didn't really intend on streaming, but I figured, you know what, might as well. I'm not going to put too much into it, at least for now. Mostly a lot of games with friends, just to hang out and play. I personally love Call of Duty. We'll see if that translates from console to PC. Fortnite, of course. I'm downloading Counter-Strike 2 because it's free now, so that's cool. Golf with friends. But lots of single-player, like, story-type games. So Last of Us, BioShock is a great one. Yeah, if you have recommendations, let me know. Wait. We're not done yet. So I had forgotten fans, so I got fans. Plus the one LAN cable we had, super janky, not very good. So I went and got one. I gotta say, going to Micro Center is always such a treat because they're super knowledgeable. At least they're more knowledgeable than me. And they're always so helpful. I just enjoy our conversations. So yeah, I have 2 more fans to install. Should be real easy. But then we're done. And then we can get to it. See ya. Fans are in and they look good, but I was realizing something this morning pretty quickly about the setup is that this is just not going to cut it. So I am going to go to the store and I'm going to get those 2 monitors that I saw, and I'm going to go ahead and use that mount and just set it up right here in the corner. This is said mount, currently holding up our swords, but this is what I'm going to use to attach the monitors. Monitors are in, and webcam. Warzone, Fortnite. I knew it couldn't be that easy. I've run into another snag. There aren't 2 HDMI outs on the computer, and I have 2 monitors, so I need to go get a HDMI to DisplayPort adapter. So trip to Target, let's go. Okay, cable has been got. Not gonna lie, it's starting to add up a little bit, but I will still be sure to include the final breakdown of all the costs involved. It took 2 days and a few $100s, but we finally made it. This is the setup right here in the background. I think it looks pretty good, all things considered. Let's go get an up close. Okay, so starting up top, we have our dual monitors, 24 inches, and then they have the mount in the back there holding it up. And then I've just got actually my old tripod with my webcam because I didn't want to have it on the top there. And then we've got our keyboard. We'll see how that lasts. It was only $20. And then we actually have a gun cleaning mat here, using that as the mouse pad. And then we've got our TeckNet wired mouse. And then we've got our JBL headset, Blue Yeti mic, with this stand. I think it was just a cheap stand from Amazon. A lot of this was given to me, so I don't know the exact details. And then let me do this here. All right. So this is the computer. I have none of the LEDs set up. It's kind of a mess down here, actually. This is where it looks horrible. But let's just open it up. Boom. There she is. Not much to talk about there. I mean, you saw me put it together, so everything looks okay. Everything seems to be running okay, but that's it. That's that. Oh yeah. So I was looking at my list and putting everything together, and I realized this is the things I didn't pay for. These are the things that I did pay for. I realized it's a little bit more expensive than I thought. That's my first PC. Judge me harshly. See you later.
Unsubscribe for less, bing bong.